Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the Tal'Dorei campaign. Before we jump right into the action, as per usual, we have a few short announcements to make. The first of which is open slots. We have a lot of open slots for a lot of games that are happening all the time. If you are interested in joining any of them, all you have to do is reach out and let me know. Additionally, tonight we are having session 0 for the Sunday evening campaign starting at 8 p.m. EST. If you are interested in deciding on what it is we are playing, we are going towards homebrew, not module for this game. But other than that, we haven't decided on anything. All you have to do is reach out and let me know. Be more than happy to have you jump in on the action. Additionally, if you want to support what we do here, all you have to do is give us a little follow. You can follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook. All of that is underneath the command !media. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, it's down in the description below. Last but not least, today is the last day of the TPK Kickstarter. Get on it. They are so close to giving us all digital PDFs of minis for the campaign and having a fully, well, I don't think it's fully illustrated, but mostly illustrated book with a lot of other things. It's amazing. Super excited for this. However, I think that is going to be everything. Excuse me. I feel sick. So, how about we just start playing now? Where last we left off, the party adventured down what they were hoping was the final tunnel in this creature, hidden underneath the podium that the egg sat atop of. Once you reach the bottom, you were warned by Glaive that there was a bit of acid down here that really fucking hurt and you should be careful about. They got the great idea to lower down the tankiest member of the entire party, Prissa, over above the acid in order to investigate what it is and how it is acting. Upon looking at the area, she couldn't really discern anything, so you all decided to wait inside of the tunnel while Jimmy begun his ritual casting of Water Walk, which should work in this instance. He understands acids better than most individuals. Unfortunately, Prissa, in her very ADD manner, started swinging back and forth, drawing attention for the fungus, thank you for the follow, that sat upon the sides of the walls. Or, thank you for the sub, I apologize. Upon dangling herself like a delicious treat to this fungus, it reared itself, gathering up some of the moisture from the acid and splashed it outwards, immediately dissolving the mundane rope and dropping Prissa inside. A battle ensued where Jimmy did not realize what was happening until about halfway through the fight, when people finally realized Jimmy cares about one thing at a time and one thing only. He needs you to tell him what's going on. He cannot function or multitask. Impossible. So, Prissa, your bag was mostly destroyed, and some of your magical contents, including potions and scrolls, were being dissolved in this incredibly toxic and incredibly potent acid. I believe Dorzen took off in the raven form to peck at the fungus, dealing a damage to it. However, in coming in direct contact with it, was immediately poofed back out into his centaurian form. Fortunately, though, he did not walk on the water, as he had his floating hooves that are allowing him to avoid all bad terrains. Sir Yurik was lowered down by Konaroth next, where he got the great idea to cast Wall of Fire against this fungus, covering the wall. It seemed to be very effective against it and causing it to shrivel up and die at an incredible rate. Considering it is just a substance attached to the wall, it was not able to dodge out of the flames that were against the wall. After a few of you fell down, starting to gather up what you can from Prissa, Ilarin was forced to use one of his trump cards, which is a water elemental, to scoop up many of the different effects Prissa had inside of the water and bring it over towards the little island you are all seated upon. After a few more rounds, you managed to get everybody free of the acid that was burning even the magical items that you possessed, destroying them. The only things that seem to be magically protected against it are things that were magical protection, like armor that was magically enhanced. Now, after that, you looked forward through this very long tunnel that stretched outwards, and you noticed that there was a lone sarcophagus. Conoroth did his unnatural ability to glean evil and desecrated objects with a level of potency that is notable even by portent wizards. Discerned that this was a prison created for a champion of a fallen goddess. Now, you all heard a voice inside, and upon opening it, found a gnomish woman with a very wiry looking honey badger. She was incredibly obnoxious, very loud, and spoke and wrote her thoughts out loud without realizing she was doing so. You all decided to free her. Russian apparently liked her. Okay. You can thank Wyatt for that. After freeing her, she told you how to get out of here and brought you over towards a tiny wooden or tree trunk hut that she had gathered herself in for a period of time not that long ago. After leaving the tunnel, you all were debating on exploding it and had convinced her that it was best to close this exit down so more people don't wander in to get in trouble there. She took it upon herself to shape the side of this hill in order to close it down herself. Upon you all sitting in there and relaxing, Dorzin gleamed a poster of hers that pointed out an aspect that only he would truly understand. Apparently, she belonged to a criminal organization of terrorists that were eco-terrorists. They wanted to destroy humanoid kind in order to save animals and nature. He tried convincing you all that she is dangerous. You do not want to be here for all of this. But while you were having your conversation, she had sneakily begun burning a root, which was slowly lulling everybody to sleep. Dorzin, because of your Fey ancestry, you were the only one who was not coaxed into that slumber. And upon having a little conversation, she held up a branch, ready to break it, telling you that she will call forth her sponsor, the one who has produced everything that her organization has done, and agree to go back with him if you do not relinquish these items that you found in that cavern so that she can use them for her own goals. You wanted to call the bluff, but unfortunate for you, it was not a bluff. She broke the twig, summoning a consort to the Spring Court immediately in front of you. You realizing this individual's capabilities are far that beyond just yours. If you had your companions with you, maybe, but all of them were conked out. You decided to allow them to take their opportunity of leave, but he seemed to glean that there was something off about you. Not just that you worshipped a goddess, which is unprecedented within the Fae communities, but that you had something about you that was weird. Not wondering too very much about it, he left, and after a period of time, your allies woke up to you trying to burn down the tree in the forest. Luckily, Glaive is strong enough, as well as Conoroth, to stop you, dragging you away from it, holding Pyre Maul as you were trying to burn this tree from the inside out. You all sat there and decided that, fuck this, we just need to go to sleep with a new plan. The plan was Sir Uric was going to hollow the grounds out front of the temple that you all had survived tomorrow, in the hopes that that will give you enough time for Jimmy to get his permanent battery so all of you can solve this problem more permanently. So, you all went to sleep, you all woke up. One thing to clarify, Sir Uric, you are a high enough level to cast Hollow now, right?
It's a 5th level spell, so
Sorry,
it
I
should
was
be.
muted, but yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Multi-class, I'm never really sure how much people multi-class.
No, I've had it in previous sessions as well.
So, you're all awake. What would you like to do? Uh-oh.
Prissa goes checks on Dorzen. Hey, Dorzen, are you alright?
Dorzen, you're muted.
No, it's everyone's. I think I was lagging. Everyone's cameras just stopped moving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's just my normal pose.
Hmm.
So Prissa has just asked you if you are all right.
Dorzen's pretty far from freaking all right. He just got reminded of the world. He looks upset, putting it mildly.
At that point, then just Prissa is just gonna sit next to him. I guess if he's sitting, and just kind of quietly read her book for whenever he's ready to talk about it, if he wants to.
So we are outside of the entrance, is that it? Just to be clear.
No, you're maybe a half mile away from it, not terribly far.
Alright. And the plan is to go back there and cast Hallow at the entrance?
With the hopes that that'll give you enough time.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, or we could go back down to the seat and you could do it there.
I'd prefer not to. But, well, I can cast it 2 times at least. I should have enough herbs and incense.
Well, we do know the way this time, and there would be nothing in the way for us. Just a suggestion. That way we would not need the battery.
Plenty of dangerous stuff all over in this place. If we can just keep people out, I think that'd probably be for the best.
You're a little quiet too, Jimmy.
Any better?
Try again.
Yeah. Hello?
Still very quiet.
Very quiet.
Here I'm alright, but it's a bit quiet, but
Yeah. I can understand you, it's just hard to pick it up for the stream. I have direct connection.
Test.
That's much better.
Alright.
well, I suppose it would be best to do it at the seat itself.
Yes, and either way we would have to go back down there, either to replace the battery or to cast a Hallow, yes?
Though the other entrance is now closed.
Now you're really quiet, Conroth.
Though the other entrance is now closed.
Yes, we would have to go back down from the start.
And
And there would be no way to get out.
I think at this point it would be better to just hollow the entrance. To try and mitigate the effect as they enter. So they stop before entering. And if they are foolish enough to continue after realizing this, then it is their own fault.
I will also point out that Jimmy and Conroth are both out of their solution to that acid that you had to swim through. They're both completely out. They don't have an infinite supply.
Jero, how big is the entrance itself to the place?
It is 40 feet tall and 20 feet across. Which I'm not upset this time about telling you guys this. Last time I was upset because I said it 7 times in a row.
How large is it again?
get fucked.
It's a
Alright,
good
pretty
thing
sure it's
Jimmy
20
has
by 20.
explosives.
Well, I'm thinking if we cast it at the entrance and block it up somehow, that should be enough to, well, stop, at least for a while, anyone who tries to enter, because they would have an obstacle in front of them while they would be inside the hallowed area.
Indeed.
Like that idea, use magic and practicality.
That
Though
is
with-
true. I might have an idea how to close up the entrance after you hallow it.
Again, we do not need to close it up. If people continue to enter after realizing the greed is there, then it's their own fault.
We could also put up a sign that says "Do not enter."
Well, I would prefer to keep people out, no matter what their
Yes.
personal preferences might be.
One way in, no way out.
Even without the greed, there is still curiosity, yes?
Yeah, exactly. And it's better to have no way in than one way in and no way out.
Mr. Urek, does your spell, whatever it does, it doesn't get ruined if the environment changes, does it?
Well, I suppose not, but I would prefer casting it after we close it up anyway. And I will point out to you all that I will need a full day, 24 hours to do this.
Well, I certainly shouldn't need that long, but I'm going to get started to try to seal this place off. Jero, I'm going to do a few things here. Gonna start with my melding boots, so I can just climb up the walls.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the 2 pirate double-rigged explosives that I have, along with a lot of other explosives I have, to try to come up with a solution on properly collapsing the entrance.
I can cast Stone Shape 4 times.
That'll probably be useful as well.
And I could probably try to use some seeds and perhaps try to concentrate the effects of plant growth to make a natural wall.
Is
That
is
would
there
also
anything
be
you
very
need me
well.
to use to help?
Can you do the Stone Shape spell?
No.
Any other
I can
sort
lift
of-
heavy things though.
Well, that would certainly help with blocking it up. If we
I'm
try to
sorry.
use the explosives first.
I just imagine Prissa offering that and then immediately pats Dorson on the leg.
No, I'm serious. I can do it. I have a spell.
It's like having to move a
Alright.
couch for a friend.
Yep.
Jimmy, are you completely certain you'd be able to explode it in a way that it doesn't simply widen the entrance?
Well, there's nothing certain with explosives, I can tell you that much. It'll certainly destroy a lot of stuff, but I can try to make it as controlled as possible.
Well, let us try with the stone shape first, yes? And if that does not work, I can try to throw a natural barrier of trees and vines and the like.
Yeah,
I
if you
should
can,
be-
if you can move the stone, do that.
Yeah, it's a limited amount though. I'd be able to affect, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the entrance itself.
Well, let us Focus on hallowing it first, and we'll take it from there.
I could, of course, if we decide to stay another day or even several days, do it over time to completely close it up.
With the battery, we don't really have. We have a finite amount of time. We should probably save as much of it as we can. The sooner we can get this closed off and get on our way, the better. It's not going to last forever.
And we don't know if the Shorak clan might move or not. So we're on a time limit.
Yeah, let us get going, yes?
Right.
So, you all go over there. Sir, Yurik, are you first going to stone shape, or are you immediately going to begin your hollow, which does cost the incenses that you were managed to scrounge up enough of there for one casting?
Yeah.
Before we leave the tree, Alarm would just grab any kinds of seeds the bitch had lying around.
Roll an investigation.
And
assist.
can Prissa also look around for not maybe the seeds, but for anything that could be useful to
Go ahead and roll investigation. Alarian, you cannot find any seeds, unfortunately.
Well, he still has his own seeds, so that helps.
Why does that keep popping out like that? That is getting really fucking annoying. Okay. However, Prissa, she had a shockingly very little bit of things in here. Nothing that seems useful to you. She lived a very minimalist lifestyle. There's not really anything lying around that you could loot.
Well, I mean, what about useful to her?
There's blankets woven.
Prissa's stealing the blankets.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, can I?
That'll show her for
It's
taking our
a
stuff.
really itchy cloth woven blanket. It's not very comfy yet.
Can I check for maybe an animal that might wish to come with us?
Sure. You speak with animals?
No, but I'm decent at animal handling.
Okay, roll an animal handling. Sure.
7.
These animals don't seem to like people, as they were raised by somebody who does not like people.
You come across a horse and a cat.
You've already tamed them both.
Oh.
Well, it was worth a shot trying to get a bird.
Sure. Sorry, you rolled really shitty. So yeah. Sir Yurik, stone shape first or beginning your hollow?
I would actually turn to Jimmy and say that I think we should try and make some explosives first.
Yeah.
Collapse near the entrance, and that could potentially make it easier for me to cover the entire area.
Although,
Okay.
stone shape.
That corner and that corner, and then the rest should just come down.
Wouldn't the explosion draw everything around us to this location?
Yeah, so it'd
Yes.
probably be a good idea to keep watch and try to make sure that we stay safe afterwards.
And Sir Yurik, you know you cannot be interrupted while you are hollowing, or the spell will fizzle.
I suppose I should start with the Hallow spell then.
So Yurik, can you do that spell in one place, or do you need to walk around the area?
I need to go walking around the area a little bit to sprinkle, well, holy water, incense, some herbs, and it's a bit of a ritual, if you will.
So, you begin your process, Sir Yurik.
Yep.
Everybody else standing around, giving him a little bit of space, and just generally keeping an eye out on the surrounding area.
Kanaroth will walk around with him, acting like the bodyguard. So if anyone tries to hit him, hopefully they'll get Kanaroth first.
Okay. Roll a perception check, Conora.
Would I be listening out for things or watching out for things?
Well, you're mostly, you're listening to the forest, but you're watching to see if anything's going to threaten him so you can put yourself in the way.
Okay.
But, Jimmy, I wonder if maybe you should save your explosives. Even the pyramol could not dent the walls.
I'm not gonna do anything until Sir Yurik finishes.
Yes, but it was just a thought.
I mean, there's really an easy way to combust arcane energies. I didn't really want to use all my explosives.
Well, it was just a thought on my mind. After Thorson tried to destroy the wall with the pyramol, and he did not even leave a scratch.
That's true.
Conoroth, you are staying up with Yurik the entire time of the spell?
Yep.
Okay. Everybody else, you have a day of downtime. What would you like to do? It is a physical 24 hours of him casting the spell.
I mean, I can start something. Prissa's just going to hang out with Dorzen for a bit, but then on one of the times that she goes to, take a quick bathroom break, she's going to use the sending spell.
Okay. Who do you send?
I'm sending a message to Tilly.
Okay.
Just say I wrote this down, so let me a moment to bring it up.
Go for it and send it.
Tilly, thanks for not killing us. However, what you did was unkind, especially after saving you. Next time I see you, I might kill you.
Good. Roll me a d20. You're good. Spell managed to find her across the plains. Oh, yeah, that's understandable. Sorry I had to steal everything. I really need to get this animal sanctuary up and handled, and, well, you didn't seem like you were just gonna give it to me. You had those greedy pirates and people hanging around. I mean, I didn't kill anybody. I could have. I didn't want to. But it's fine.
I think the last half of that was just her talking to herself.
Yeah, probably. I think Prissa got the gist of what she was going for.
Yeah. She didn't want to kill anybody. Though clearly she had the capabilities of doing some damage to your group.
Yeah.
Should have just said Dorset set the whole sanctuary on fire and she needs to get back here now.
Well, Lauren will just go around the perimeter and look for any kinds of seeds or walnuts, anything that can grow thick, heavy trees or vines.
Give me an investigation roll.
In nature, would survival be better?
No, it'd be an investigation because you're looking for something specific.
Okay, well...
Nature is knowing that a tree will grow big.
Yeah, we'll get some help from Keen Nose. 15.
Alrighty. You managed to find a few seeds, though you're not really sure exactly what type of plants they'll be. You're hoping that as everything in this area is made obnoxiously large, it'll be reasonable.
Yeah, either just large or large and dangerous or just dangerous. Either way works. And from what he sees, Lauren doesn't think that caving this thing in will work, considering it doesn't seem to take damage from anything. So he will just take the seeds he found and the seeds he has, which he knows are pretty hefty trees, and scatter them around a little bit around the temple, mostly around the entrance.
Okay.
And as Sir Yurik's ritual is a little over halfway through, he will start to 8-hour cast plant growth. But instead of doing the whole half-a-mile radius, he'll try to focus it on the temple and the places where he spread the seeds.
So, the only thing this can really do is enrich the soil and land over that 8-hour period. So, not sure.
Oh yeah, I know. That's just to put some juice into the seeds, and
Yeah.
we're gonna do action cast on it afterwards.
Okay, and is that more permanent?
That is also permanent.
Holy shit. Okay. Alrighty. So what you're actually looking for is like thick, heavy vines and stuff like that, correct?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll
Not like
do
oak trees, because you don't just spontaneously grow an oak tree. It doesn't.
No,
yeah,
no,
it's not that
it-
spell.
no.
So I'll say
all normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on that point becomes thick and overgrown. So
yes. So I would say you managed to cover the majority of the entrance in that 8-hour period, with enriched soil. Thanks to the hollowing that is being created by Sir Yurik, the soil seems much more inhabitable for most plants. You also managed to cover the entrance in a very thick foliage in order to make it harder to see. Anybody with a hacksaw can hack through. Not a hacksaw, but anybody with a hand axe can hack through, no problem. But it's much more difficult to see at this point in time. It's plants. People can hack it down.
Yeah. You know, I'll do another action cast of that just to make the plants even thicker and more overgrown.
Okay. Some more vines are stretching up the face of this temple as well, and it's blending in fairly well. Now, I need a D100 from Dorzen. You haven't done anything yet. I want to let you do something.
I was content to be sulking, but okay.
Dorzen is sulking. You are not. You're rolling dice.
13.
While you all are doing this, Dorzen and Conoroth both notice quieted footsteps that have walked through the open canopy path of the uprooted trees, and who's kind of watching this area.
Does it look like a native, or
You can't see them, you just heard their footsteps.
I'll look towards doors and like in the way of like, you heard that as well, right?
Sorry.
Yes.
And I'll motion for him to follow me as if we should check it out.
All right. The two of you start walking over towards the individual. You hear the footsteps pick up tremendously fast and bolt the other direction by the time you're rounding the corner. They think they will outrun you.
Full movement.
Outrun a horseman and a wolfman.
Full movement and dash.
I should ask, is Prissa still on Dorzen's back on this?
You said you were making makeshift bags with the blankets, so you're doing that.
Yeah, I imagined on Dorzen's back. But okay.
He's not a table. Like, he's...
He's a barrel, not a table.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're, that's fair.
So the two of you go taking off, running after this individual, and you catch up to them within a few seconds. Dorzen, you lag behind a little bit from Konaroth. However, as the two of you flank in front of this, you do see a wily looking individual just shooting back and forth between the two of you. They appear human in nature with a very thick, unnatural tan against them. Very large, hairy, broad shoulders overlapping them, and like wearing way too much of a cologne to mask the BO emanating off of them. As they just pull a scimitar and a rapier towards each of you. Listen, y'all can get your fix first. I'll go next.
Fix?
Yeah. Here for the booty.
And transforming.
You're an idiot.
Wait, what are you? The two of you murder them. Very quickly.
So this was just some other random asshole looking for this treasure.
Yeah.
I was hoping to knock him out and drag him back, but oh well.
Well, if you go woofy, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not that accomplished.
Bludgeon him to death. Or
Yes,
bludgeon him till he passes out.
Sure, if you want to keep him captive, feel free.
Yeah.
Dorzen's gonna kill him.
Alrighty, as you're dragging the body back, you just feel a poking sensation through it. Look back, and Dorzen's cleaning off his blade.
You could have found out if there was more of them or if he was alone.
Look at this guy. He's been lost in the jungle for who knows how long. If anyone else is with him, they died before he got here.
That is a possibility.
So, Jimmy, are you working on anything since you have a day of relaxation?
Oh yeah. I work one of my reattunements. We need an additional bag of holding, so I spend about half an hour enchanting that and giving it to whoever would like a bag of holding.
I could use something to hold
you're
my
off
stuff
chasing
now.
somebody, Canara.
So Prissa gets the bag of holding.
Sure. All right. And
that's what happens
then
when you chase bad
I
guys.
spend the rest of the day recreating a similar process to the one of the silence spell that we used back in the temple, and recreating that same effect, but within his own firearm. And
You're trying to tinker something a bit more concentrated then.
Yeah, he managed the process once, so now he's recreating it and kind of getting a little assistance from Prissa if she's not busy with the manipulation of the arcane and kind of getting the effect to be enhanced. So I'm effectively working on my spell storing item.
Jimmy, are you trying to make a silenced gun?
Oh no! The opposite of silence. This gun doesn't make silence; it makes boom.
Yeah, no, Prissa
Force
would take the
damage.
time to help.
Already?
So I probably spend the day working, testing, and all that.
Everyone else, after about 16 hours, it is time to go to bed for most of you. However, Konaroth and Sir Yurik, you have to stay awake. Konaroth, you already opted to stay awake with him. Would anybody else like to? You can push
you
yourselves.
should still take shifts, right?
You would like?
Yeah.
Prissa will set up a tiny hut and stuff in a good location and try to make it blend in.
Minute we get back to the Lyceum, you're going to the library.
For security measures, I am going to, an hour before we go to bed, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 spell slots. I'm going to cast Magic Mouth on various trees around our perimeter. And the trigger is going to be essentially anything that like walks within, I'd say, a 20-foot distance or something of that tree. It's going to say, "Hi, what's your name?" And in Jimmy's voice, that's pretty much going to be it. It's going to be our
just
trigger.
created Dorsen's nightmare.
That's a pretty nightmarish.
All right, I need a d20 from Dorzen, Alarin, and Prissa.
Someone play it. Don't kill me!
Oh! Not looking good for Dorsen tonight.
Dorzen, you are the first party member to wake up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom. When you walk past one of these mouths, Jimmy, go ahead and repeat your phrase.
Hi, what's your name? What are you doing in the jungle?
Give me a wisdom saving throw, Dorsen. Oh, no, yeah, I'll call it wisdom. It's fine. You no longer have to go to the bathroom, thankfully.
It's pretty dangerous this way. You should probably turn back. End of message.
Sir Yurik and Conrad, you both hear this happening, and you hear Dorzen trot back over to the area, just wiping his downwards legs. You control people with Magic Mouth so well.
Open up a jar. Ah!
So,
Oh, Magic Mouth is great.
during the evening, going through your shifts, nothing else transpires. The end of the 24 hours, all of you are, well, the other ones are starting to wake up, preparing themselves, getting food together. Sir Yurik, you have not eaten this entire time. You have not stopped this entire time. You have not taken a bathroom break in the entire time that you've been casting this spell. However, as that final moment rears up, you all watch as the canopies spread high above you all, and a bright, shining light glows on the land before you. What hallowing have you placed upon this area?
Well, aside from the initial effects, let's see. It's going to be silent.
Okay.
And let's see. Well, celestials, elementals, fey fiends, and undead cannot enter the area.
Flavor purposes, daylight will be affecting it automatically.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's daylight and silent.
Alrighty. Anything else?
I don't think I can find anything else to it. If I can, I would do fair.
Fear?
Yep.
Shoot you. Alrighty. And this is technically an indefinite spell on casting it.
Yep.
Alrighty. You all see the bright, shining area of this previously decrepit-looking tunnel and monument of an ancient being now is hallowed and kept safe from any that would hear its whispers, as well as from any to see it from afar. Much harder to find now.
Yeah. And on the safe side.
Konorath, Sir Yurik, you both have a level of exhaustion.
Fair enough.
So right after that, I'm going to go for a pee.
So is Dorson immediately flung out of this zone?
That's what I was about to say.
Because Fae aren't allowed in here.
You have a Fae ancestry,
Okay.
so it's fine.
Close
Additionally,
enough.
Sir Yurik, roll me a d20.
Isn't Hallow one of those ones where you can designate exactly who you want?
No.
You can designate
No.
exactly what you want, not who. What'd you get?
14.
Okay. As you are walking through, finding yourself a nice place to pee and other things, Jimmy, please repeat your phrase.
Hi, what's your name? What are you doing in the jungle? It's kind of dangerous over here. You should probably.
And you've never gone to the bathroom so quickly before in your life. It's great.
Oh, his armor!
Yeah. like-
You now need Prissa.
Well, while I'm soaking myself, I'm just realizing that I can't stop it now. So I just, these breaches are getting wet. Might as well enjoy it.
Yeah!
For a minute, it begins to repeat.
Yeah, isn't Magic Mount also one that stays until dispelled?
Oh,
Yep.
indefinitely.
Yeah. So
Oh,
now
look.
this entire area is surrounded by little Jimmys ready to warn people.
But politely asking your name first.
Yes. So yes,
And-
you all notice Sir Yurik walking back slightly uncomfortably.
So Yurik, did you want to go for a swim? You look a bit moist. What smells like asparagus?
Let's not go into the details. Can you cast that prestige?
Oh yeah, prestidigitation.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh yeah.
It's going to take you a few castings to get all the surface area.
Well,
Prissa's got time.
Yeah.
And while Pressa does that, with the freshly hallowed, sunlight-ridden ground, Alarn is going to cast Plant Growth 3 more times with an action to fully overgrow as much as he can of that temple.
It does get the
Yay,
vast
we're
majority
solving
of
the
the area.
problem.
Yeah. You guys could have done this without even walking in there.
Except we got charmed and immediately got eaten.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
Hey, but at least it can't happen again.
well, only the weak-willed got charmed.
Yeah, that's Sir Yurik.
Dorson is in just a mood right now, Mr.
So Yurik's
Soilvicious.
back.
I imagine like Dorzen's raising the hammer behind Yurik, and Prissa's like, no.
But anyways,
But yeah.
now that this
it's-
is done, yes.
Prissa's gonna ask the party, is that it, or is everything good here then?
For the moment, at least.
I really need
The area
some
is
sleep.
silenced and hidden.
Okay then I was gonna send a sending spell to I can't remember the leader's name, but I don't remember if they even introduced themselves to Prissa of the Rune Shack.
She only introduced herself to Yurik.
Okay. The Rune Shack, the lady that seemed to be in charge. Is that alright, or is there anything we should say specifically to her, or?
Maybe you not being the person to send the message. No offense, Prissa.
Yes, I believe we should travel there.
And
also Better to that do is this not face to face.
That is also not necessary.
Oh, yeah, ma.
You
the
all
Jimmy's-
turn around as a portal is opening up that she is stepping through.
Does Jimmy's magic mouth happen to go off near there?
Right
too? 'Cause
next
that'd
to
be
her.
hilarious.
Yes. Just what the fuck?
Just roll the
hate
Constitution
when they
save
do
to
that.
see if I manage to stay awake.
Go for it.
Hey,
I did. I got a 20. So.
yes, that is one of Jimmy's way of keeping the area safe.
She walks forward. You're muted, Jimmy.
No, I'm just speaking very softly. You're
Problem.
welcome.
She walks forward, looking at all of you and looking at the tunnel. I am surprised. I saw you all go inside and all of you walked out alive.
Yes. We managed, with Jimmy's help, well, mostly Jimmy did all of the work, put a temporary silence around the seed inside and a more permanent effect on the outside.
I mean, I just made the contraption. It was actually Prissa, and I mean, if Sir Uric hadn't have helped us, I don't think we would have made it. And if Canara, I mean, I think all of us did a pretty good job.
It's a group effort.
You look tired.
Yes, I am.
Well, you only have to walk a bit further. Everybody over here. She places her hand against the local tree, and you watch as an archway just crumbles against it. Step through.
Dorzen knows this bullshit he goes through.
Prissa was on Dorzen's back at that point, so she's yeah.
Arn steps through as well.
Canara steps through.
Step through as well. Just a quick question. Did you say previously, or earlier that...
6 seconds.
Yeah, well... I was asking out of game. If
Yeah.
Cole was there as well?
Cole was not here right now.
Okay, yeah.
Jimmy, do you step through?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, oh, cool, new character.
This is opening up Jimmy's world. Trees can be portals? I need to study this.
So as you all walk through the tree, you watch as it starts sealing up directly behind Sir Uric, who's the last one in line. And you walk all the way through until you step out on top of a large stone surface area that has many different trees and jutted mountains on this one little landing atop of the mountains themselves. You're being whipped by whirling winds, as well as flakes of snow that the immediate backlash between the two extreme temperatures is sickening to most of you. You went from very hot and humid to very windy and cold.
Wait,
This is more familiar.
Yeah. Whew. Even with the ring, this is quite chilly.
I lost my coat in that stupid gut.
I did too.
Not ready for this. I got a tiger cloak if you want, Prissa. I think it's big enough.
You look around and there's about 5 or 6 of these hulking ape-like Goliaths around, as well as Cole, who's kind of positioned between 3 of them, just standing there, holding his blade and just hanging out.
I half expect them to have
Okay.
meals in front of them.
Would you like to explain to me how do you solve this problem?
Do you
Well.
know anything about artificing?
No.
Then I don't think
No,
you're
the
going to
silence spell.
understand.
Yes.
Well, for the most part, Jimmy is good with machines. He made a contraption to silence the area around the seed. However, it would only last for a limited amount of time. And after we got back out, Yorick hollowed the ground with a permanent silence around the entrance. And I called upon nature to conceal the temple itself.
And will this be sufficient?
It'll stop the voice from driving people inside the minute they see it.
So
We'll
you
also make
discovered
them
the seed.
afraid.
What'd you say?
Yes.
It will also make them afraid when they enter or approach the entrance. It should be hopefully enough to drive them away.
Well,
And it's even harder to find now thanks to Lauren.
And the second entrance is sealed.
Yes. Though, regretfully, it is not a full solution. It merely helps.
well. Seeing as you have managed to walk all the way through the temple without dying, that is quite a feat to accomplish.
Yeah, sadly we could not find any natives still alive.
I am surprised that city folk managed to live through that experience.
Well,
Most of them are city folk, Dorson. You and Alarn are the only one. Well, you, Alarn, and Conoroth are the only ones that aren't.
Yeah, half the group isn't city folk.
well, the city folk did well. They are quite hardy.
Well, seeing as you have helped us with this task and you have proven to not be overtaken by the greed of the temple itself, I do not see why we cannot discuss you all receiving our gift.
Well, I could not with good conscience accept it. We did not permanently seal the temple or destroy anything of the entrance.
You cannot destroy the entrance. That creature is more powerful than the destructive nature of our kind.
Well, I guess that settles it then.
We can accept the gift. Lauren, if they want to give it to us, like
We're opening negotiations.
I am not going to just give it to you. You are going to sit down and explain to me why you need it.
Didn't we do that when we first met them?
You didn't fully explain. You just went, "Oh yeah, well, there's somebody we got to stop." Like,
Okay.
we're big badass heroes. We need it. Like,
Actually, this is a good question. Is Conrad a member of these people?
he looks nothing like them, other than he is a Goliath, but he's not the large-armed, hulking, strong Goliath. He's a much more well-refined, tall, large, powerful still, but not as large or powerful. He distinctly looks different.
I don't think we should go too much into the details, but what you probably need to know is that we need this vestige to assist in defeating a fallen celestial that may threaten us all if he's not stopped. He's already threatening us, but
He's and he the only.
You're really
reason
quiet,
he's
Prissa.
being- Sorry, is that better?
Yeah.
And the only reason he's being held back right now is because Vox Machina is holding him back.
I don't know who that is.
They are the heroes who saved the world 100 years or so ago.
I never heard of them. I was not alive.
Does Dore? Never mind.
They are recluse.
I was gonna say, did you guys know about that giant titan that got resurrected over that city with all the gods? It's like, you had to hear about that, but Thorson probably doesn't know about that.
Yeah. Well, is that all the information you have about?
I mean, I can give you more details if you wish.
I need
and
to
then-
know why the gift of our goddess is needed away from here, elsewhere.
Because the fallen servant was sealed away around the time that was created, and is just as powerful.
if not more.
You are, of course, welcome to help in the attempt of defeating this Celestial. I will not say his name.
Saying his name gives him power.
Right.
Sure about that?
Yeah, it was Jimmy. It was written down that one of the reasons why we cannot say his name is because of that.
Yeah, but people write stuff down, and sometimes
Yes,
it
and his
isn't
name,
true.
his name in the books was stricken from everything.
I'd like to test a hypothesis, but I won't.
Jimmy, I don't think testing that hypothesis would be worth it right now.
The being we are trying to rid the world of would try to rule the world with tyranny, oppression, enslavement. Everything that goes against the Changebringer's name.
And
Are
I
you
would
sure that's
say-
how you're gonna say it, Alarin?
Ooh.
Yeah?
Roll a deception check.
What?
That was
What,
a
that-
lie.
No, what?
That is not his ultimate goal. Priscilla
Yeah, no,
knows
it's-
what it is.
I forgot then.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while,
yeah,
Jaro,
It's
since
been
we
a
had that.
while. That's why I was
Yeah.
giving you a second of back lapse. His
Okay.
goal is to get himself back to his queen's side.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter what's in between point A
He
and
will
point B.
destroy
Oh,
everything so that she has to come to him.
Oh, yeah, that was the. Well, he would probably do it with
Yeah,
those
but
means,
that's not his goal. It is
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
him.
And if I'm
then-
recalling
then-
correctly,
When a
too,
baby is born, they keep screaming until the mom comes back. It's basically that, but it can blow everything up.
Yeah, then Alarm would add, and that would just be to be with this goddess again.
He is a fallen worshipper of his god.
He's a-
Yes,
yeah.
well,
fallen
bit
worshipper
more than a
of the Raven
worshipper.
Queen.
I will need to see this. I will need to speak to these Vux Muhia that you speak of.
You are welcome to come back with us.
Yes, Frieza can get us there quite quickly, and from what I've seen, you can get back here quite easily as well.
I can send them a message and have us meet somewhere.
That will be fine by me. If what you are saying is true and I can discern that it is true, I will grant you the gift and kiss of our goddess. If you turn out to be a liar, well, at least you did something decent for us.
Yeah. I
She
do my
snaps
best
her
not to
finger
lie.
and points at Cole, and Cole walks back over. Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hey,
Look
Cole,
all right.
are you okay?
Hey,
Great. Yeah, fine actually. They're pretty nice people.
If I can,
Hmm.
I'm going to sidle up next to Canroth
Yeah.
and whisper to him, and that's why I want to see what those rats do.
Garrett goes up to give Cole a hug.
All right. He embraces you back.
I wasn't sure if we were allowed to tell you everything, but since Lauren's kind of, we're spilling the beans now, and you know.
You do take note that he's no longer wearing his armor, though.
All right. So you decided not to use the armor I gave you?
I still have it. It's in my bag. They showed me a few things and really understand.
You get a monk.
Not exactly.
I see. Well, whatever floats your boat, I suppose.
So, Sir Yurik, I'm giving you a new character sheet for Cole.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yep.
Okay. You have it already?
Yeah.
You went with standard array, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. The only difference is he is a barbarian.
I see.
One level which is way better, let's be honest. As far as NPCs go, at least he's less likely to die.
Oh, well.
Oh, wait, I mean, which path is he following? Is he a totem?
He's a first
barbarian?
level.
'Cause-
He didn't gain any levels. He just changed his class.
Yeah, no, but what did he plan out for his character, you know?
That'll be discussed in the future.
He's the barbarian cook.
Yeah.
Level 1 in a level
Can be
11
he can be level
Well,
two.
no,
He
he's
can be barbarian
level
fighter.
2 barbarian. He's level 2
Oh, okay.
barbarian.
Okay.
But no, if is the meeting that we're having with her over then? Because afterwards, I was gonna send a message to Vox Machina.
Yeah. She just said she's going to come with you for you to prove what you just said. But go ahead, send your message.
I use sending and send it to Scanlan.
Okay.
This is Prissa. We have potential allies with a vestige. They want to meet first. Where can we meet? They are allies of nature.
Allies of Nature? Oh, that's cool. Oh, hi, Prissa. We'll send Kiki over to, Iman. Yeah. That's it. So they are temporarily losing their most powerful member.
Oh shit! Oh, I thought
We gotta get this
Pike.
meeting done
Pike,
quick.
come on!
No.
He's a monster.
No. Nothing compares to a level 20 druid. No.
Circle of the Moon, level 20 druid.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Alright, but
2 level 20 druids beat a level 20 druid.
yeah, but
Not if
after
that one is Circle of the Moon and the other 2 aren't. No.
Who has shape change.
Yeah.
So she after she sends a message, Prissa turns to her party and stuff. I sent the message to them. They're gonna send Miss Keyleth, and we're gonna meet in Iman.
Well, yeah. Yes, I suppose we better get going then.
I can get us a teleport there. And Prissa would turn to the leader who still hasn't introduced herself to her. Are you going to be coming with us, or did
Yes.
you want to go through? Okay. Just saying, I need send one more message. And Prissa just sends another message, but to the guards that are, go to that teleportation circle in Amon,
Mhm.
just to give them a heads up.
Already better than Jester.
Lauren, I have a question.
Yes,
So-
Jimmy.
I have that name written down. Can I give that to her?
What name?
The
Then-
name we do not say.
No.
No. Do not spread its name in any fashion, please.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Quick question, Jero. So we know that we can't say the name, but is writing it down okay, or is it just the name has?
Do
power
not
in
spread the name. Knowing the
Okay.
name gives it power.
So we take that
It's not
paper,
one
we
of
put
those,
it on
"Oh,
the
the
hammer, it goes
semantics."
up.
No. It's
Yes, you should
What about,
probably burn that paper, Jimmy.
What about rhymes with this name?
it gives them power.
Jerome's just got a sheet of what level this guy's going to be when I find him. Every time we say his name, he just goes up a level.
Actually, yes, his CR increases 1 each time you say his name.
Oh
Great.
shit!
Great.
Yeah.
It's like his name's Jeff, but we write down Beth.
I'll give you a heads up. He started at 15.
What if we sit in an
Oh.
alternate reality?
We've
like a
said his name
dream
like 5
realm?
times.
No, we didn't. We sent it like once.
Twice,
You
actually.
Twice.
said it a lot more than that.
Jimmy said
Yeah,
it
like
at least
5.
5 times in the campaign.
Oh yeah, Jimmy. I didn't think what Jimmy has probably said it more.
By himself.
Yeah, I think
He's
Jimmy
just
is the only one who said
Standing
it.
in front of
No.
the mirror at night.
Is-
Going,
Is it too late to
Since-
change?
Since you learned his name, I've been keeping track.
Quick question: is it too late to change one of the spells I learned to
No, it
modify
is
memory to
It is.
Jimmy?
way too late. Sorry.
Dang.
Yeah, if he forgets the name, does his CR go down?
I mean, I've got it written down in my notebook, so even if you
Take that and burn it.
Yes, Jimmy, do not write that name down, nor say it to anyone, please.
oh, and if it's already written down,
Just burn it.
no, I can't do that.
Scribble it out.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Jimmy, this actually will prove your hypothesis. If he wipes the floor with us before we even show up, it'll be because we said his name too many times.
And then we'll know.
And then we'll also be dead.
Oh,
Yeah, but Prissa sends a message. I don't know if you want me to actually say it as Prissa, but you
Yeah.
know, it's just a heads up.
25 words. What are you saying?
Hey Jeff, it's Prissa. About to come through the teleportation circle, so don't be surprised.
Okay, cool. You're good. You had 7 more words. Anything else?
No, that's it. Then I would
Alright.
use.
He
I
responds.
didn't have it.
Oh, Gary's working right now. Damn. All right, I'll send somebody a notification. It's no problem.
Yeah, and then I don't have it prepared, but I'm gonna flash recall to have it prepared because I love that ability.
Yeah.
And
feat.
and then I'm gonna make a teleportation circle for the circle in Iman.
Ready? You draw the circle here inside of the snow, spreading everything outward so you can draw it more assertively. Cole and Sir Uric standing off on the side. Cole kind of like holding Sir Uric up, who's honestly at that droopy stage of tiredness right now. It wasn't just like 24 hours of sitting on your ass. You were walking, you were muttering, you were reciting script. It was tedious work.
Yeah.
And upon the completion of your circle, there's a flash of energy here on the mountain as each of you know to link hands and step inside. Now, she does accompany you all. When you all appear inside of the teleportation circle that can lead to the Lyceum, you look over at a guard who's drawing his blade as a courier is whispering to him, and he just sheathes it back.
Hey Gary.
Hello. You must be Prissa.
Yeah. So we don't often meet.
It's fine. I just picked up a few more shifts, that's all.
Everything going okay?
Everything's fine. Thank you.
It's good.
He looks around at the rest of you a bit confused.
They're with me.
Uh-huh.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Alright, well, we should probably get to Grey Skull Keep. I don't know how long it'll take Miss Keyleth to get there.
All right.
She would most likely already be there.
So,
She travels fast.
when you start walking through the streets, Conrath, this is your first time in the upper districts of Iman. When last you passed through Iman, following after all of them, you were not capable of getting into this area. You had to wait out in the lower districts where you could blend in more easily to find and track them. Everything is much more glitz and glam. Everything is much more solidified. It reminds you a lot of some places you've been to over across the ocean. People are wearing highly sophisticated outfits that they believe symbolize them with some type of status that is reputable to them, apparently. And you all continue walking through. Now, she does stop and starts asking and goes, What is that annoying thing on their head?
That's a hat.
I know what a hat is, but why is it so big?
They believe bigger is better in social status. It is strange.
Oh, she straightens her stature, being the second tallest in the group.
I heard that they're compensating for something with those big hats.
I do not hold that problem.
Neither do I.
Yes.
I don't think I have to worry about that sort of problem.
Yeah. Oh, before I forget, would it be possible to get my compass back?
Ah, yes. She hands you back over your compass. It's
Thank you.
spinning wildly in circles right now.
Oh, hey guys, can you go and take her to grade school? I wanted to stop by my friend's forge real quick and give her her gift.
The forge. I'll come with you then. It's
Alright.
been a while since I've been inside a forge.
Oh, just a heads up too, I'm gonna stop by, get some wrapping paper and a ribbon as well.
This
Gonna
is
head
fine.
home and get some sleep.
Yes.
And basically, just real quickly, Prissa's gonna like get some wrapping paper and wrap up that ingot and put a
Mhm.
ribbon on it. So it's the size, weight, and shape of an ingot, but it's wrapped.
So it's prettier.
Yes.
Already. Honorath, this is a very weird ceremony that she's doing. I mean, that's a waste of paper.
Mm.
Yeah, Elarin would have given you his ingot as well to give.
Already.
Well, no, that one's yours. You don't have to.
So, Sir Yurik, you stay in the upper district, going over to your family estate. Cole will accompany you, make sure you get back safely.
Yep.
Conorath and Prissa are breaking off to go talk to Prissa's good friend, Alarin, Jimmy, and Dorzen. The three of you are escorting the Runeshak tribe leader over towards Grey Skull Keep. Now, when you walk through town, you are the epitome of an interesting squad of people.
Backseat Goliath and a centaur walk into a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Cat,
there was
a
a
gnome, a
halfling.
centaur, and a Goliath. No, that's right. He's a halfling.
He's a halfling. Yeah, he's the better race.
I know we should just put all the gnomes in camps then, huh?
Oh!
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, summer camp, because it's great.
God damn it, Jimmy.
Ooh.
So, with the four of you walking through, you make it over to the outside of Grayskull Keep, which Alarin, you can get in no problem, and thanks to you, they can walk behind you as well. Opening up the gates, you all see right beside the hulking tree that is in the main courtyard, is a man. Fairly darkened tan skin with a hide that drapes over from him with a large sash and a scimitar by his side, standing there and talking as you hear Keelik going, like, in all seriously, why the fuck do I have to go? Like, why do they expect me just to talk to everybody? What, because she understands nature magic? Like, this is just oh, hi! And she just waves at the four of you.
Hello, Keelik.
She positions her headpiece and just begins checking.
I'm so excited.
Hello. You must be the woods person. Walks up to you, Alarin, and stretches her hand out.
Wow, they really know the members of their organization, huh?
Keelik, it is me, Elarin. This is the Runeshak leader.
Why did you not tell me? I knew it. Hi, sorry about that. It's been a hectic few weeks. I apologize. Hi, Alarin. She shakes your hand. How's the family?
I do not know. It's been years since I last saw them.
Good.
This is the one with the thing. I point to the Goliath.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Keelith. My name is Runeshak. Runeshare, good to meet you. Sorry, I am the ruler of Pyre, and I am the guide through the Forge and Flames, and I am Join me! She awkwardly just walks towards one of the doors.
Do we know the name Voice of the Tempest?
Alarin does, but she seems really incredibly awkward right now.
Kill it.
So normal
Just
Keeler,
be
right?
It's been
yourself.
100 years. You think she'd get over it?
You would think. But
Kill
that
it.
may not be the issue right now. She seems to be going through some shit.
Kill it. No, you are going through a lot with that being.
Everything's
but
fine. Everything is perfectly fine. We are handling it as best as we possibly can. Everything's great. It's fine.
Of course. Though,
Great news, actually. We thought it was going to shit.
Thank you, Jimmy.
The man walks up and places his hand on Jimmy's shoulder and goes, "Everything will be fine as Vox Machina, and the Tempest always ensures."
Yeah, she just said it. It's good news.
Alarin face palms.
So all of you walk, and as this is happening, Alarin, Runeshare goes over to you, and she is very bad with people.
Yes, she likes animals better. She
Good. She keeps walking.
yes.
So as you all make it into the large dining hall, the large war room, she sits down and immediately kind of just like starts looking around frantically for something while a glass is placed in front of her and wine is being poured into it. Oh, thank you.
We should probably use more like Everclear.
Drinks, everybody, drinks, please. We definitely need a drink right now.
It is going that well. Oh.
And drinks are poured out for each of you, and she's already finished her first one by the time your drinks are finished being poured. So, I was told by Scanlin that you wanted to talk with me. Yes. What would you like to talk about? Well, they seem to believe that their duty is to stop a catastrophe from transpiring that would cause the destruction of most of this domain. Oh, it's nowhere near that bad. Like, everything's going fine. Everything's great right now. Everything
Kill
is
it.
really...
Down to an 11.
Kill it. Just speak truly about this. Please.
Shit's bad. He has a lot of creatures that seem to be crawling out of the ground that we are constantly trying to destroy and keep away. They are sealed away in a barrier that is going to probably expire in about 2 months or so, that we cannot replicate. We tried fighting him. It was bad. He can be wounded, I found out. However, he heals incredibly quickly. And we were told that all of you have found information that can help you kill him or stop him, right? Right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, what is it?
Very complicated.
It involves someone else taking over his destiny and
Excuse
changing
me?
it.
You don't change that's not how...
Yeah, I flick this very intricate rules.
She looks at you and you see a hatred emanating from her eyes.
I, I should have guessed it would go over like that.
Yeah. However, she does calm down quite a lot now that she has a focus point. Yeah. Well, that's always seems to be her thing.
I am really sorry.
It's fine. Everything's fine. But if they have a way of dealing with it, they will either die trying, or they will deal with it. At most, we can keep everything at bay.
Well, we will try not to take up too much of your time. You are one of the stronger ones, so...
Yeah. So, can we have that thing? She looks over at Runsha. Well, based off of what you are saying and the amount of precedence that is in you right now, I am familiar with the Arshari people. They're not all bad.
No.
Oh, great! That's me. I'm
Your leader, yes?
She is the voice of the Tempest. He speaks out very proudly from behind her shoulder. That is a title.
Not meaning much to you, I presume.
No, titles mean nothing to us.
Well, she is the leader of her people as you are of yours. And she has done quite a good job, despite her lack of, charisma.
From one leader to the other. If you had to get rid of the thing you use to protect your people and your cause above anything else, because a stranger has asked you to do so, with all these details, would you do it? Keyleth looks around and eyes go wide under that question. I mean, I would hope that there's a different way. I don't want to. That's If it was just off of the word of somebody else, no. I couldn't do that with just the word, but this is not just the word of them. This is coming from me. I don't lie about things. I'm really bad at it. As I'm sure you could tell, everything's fine. Yeah. Well, what they're saying is true. I don't know if they'll be successful, and I don't know if you'll ever get your object back. But if we don't try everything we can do, we're going to lose everything. What we're fighting is not something that we have had to face before. Very well. She leans back, reaches underneath her dress, and pulls out a long necklace. It is a very beautiful silver chain that goes and drapes down the chest, that at the very bottom of it is this bright greenish yellow looking amber that sits in the shape of an opal inside of a hug of intricate little pieces and wiring around the necklace itself. It gleams and shines very brightly, reflecting whatever light is in this room. Well, I expect this back. She tosses it over to you, Alarn.
Of course. As long as it is no longer needed by us, I will bring it back personally.
She nods.
Alarn bows back.
Well, she stands up. This is a disgusting place that I do not like. The air is filthy. I will be taking my leave. Keyleth of the Ashari, I thank you for your time. The rest of you, I thank you as well.
If I could before you leave, the problem that we helped you with, as you know, it's not really a permanent one, but I think I can try to find a more solid solution for you. If you could come back maybe in like 4 weeks' time.
I will not come back here. I don't like it here. But you are welcome in our range.
Okay, thank you.
Nobody else. Just your group.
Of course.
And keep the bigot on a leash.
We will
Sir Yurik,
try
you
to
sneeze.
educate him a little bit.
As
Sir
you're about
Yurik
to
is
fall
snoring.
asleep. So,
Gonna
she walks
go by
out.
the stables and say hi to Bastion before going to bed.
Of course. Bastion has a fantastic new hair job. It's great. She leaves, and as soon as she walks out of the door, Keyleth sinks into the head war room chair, kind of just shrinking down and grabbing that glass and just sipping deeply from it.
You see, why does everyone give me shit when I show my freaking earring?
It's a touchy subject, Dorson.
What it's worth, Miss Keyleth, I thought you were pretty okay at lying. I believed you when you said everything was okay.
What's your name again?
My name's Jimmy.
Jimmy. Thanks.
Yes.
Looks over at you, Alarn. You might want to teach him better.
I've been trying. I really have. He is,
Well,
on the opposite side of the scale of wisdom as you are.
I need to go back.
Yes, I understand. We will
Yeah.
do our best to
Good job,
expedite.
everybody. Good job. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
Is
We believe
Scanlan
in
still
you?
alive?
Scanlan? Yeah, he's actually...
Okay.
He's having a great time right now.
I would believe he does, yes.
But yeah, keep up the good work. We believe in you. Don't die. Don't fuck up. Hurry? Yeah, she just snatches the bottle out of the hands of her guard and just starts chugging as she walks out.
Well, she has earned it.
You want to tell her that she can't drink?
No.
Well, you're gonna tell her
Normally, yes, but not at this point.
don't drink in tree stride.
Shit, why am I in Whitestone? Just
No, it's don't drink in wild shape. Just end up like.
so.
So we have 4 weeks before shit hits the fan.
2 months.
2 months, so 6 weeks.
Oh, 8
8
weeks.
weeks.
8 weeks. Math.
And I can imagine, like, just after Keyleth, like, goes and stuff, you see Prissa like running like into the keep with an autograph
Aw.
book, like, I got her. Where's the?
With the
You're too late,
autograph signing.
Prisa. She
Yeah.
was in a hurry and had to go back.
I'm so sorry, Prissa.
To be
But
fair,
yes,
I
it's
don't think-
canon. She already left. By
Yeah.
the time you got into the gates, she already strided through a tree.
Yeah. Although I mean, that being said, I also thought you were gonna roleplay seeing Argra real quick. I didn't know how you wanted to run it. I'm sorry.
Oh, sure. While you and Conrath are over there, you walk into the shop where you're listening to a very loud ding, ding, ding. Opening up the door, Conrath, you see a half-orc woman standing there, in very large blacksmith outfits, thick padded gloves, goggles over the eyes, a charred apron over top of them, thwacking away at a sword. And she just calls out, give me a minute. I'm almost done.
Okay.
What? She looks over. Prissa? She throws the sword and smashes against other ones while it is still on fire. And charges over to you, Prissa, scooping you up and hugging you closely. Conrath,
Hey.
you notice that this is about to start lighting the shop on fire.
I'll go stop it from catching the shop on fire.
All right, give me a con save.
Prissa hugs back.
Okay,
22.
good enough. You manage to hold onto the sword and dump it into the bucket. You will suffer 6 points of fire damage, but you manage to hold it without just dropping it, and it does sting a lot.
I've had these burns before.
Yeah, doing it with your bare hand always sucks. But anyways, she's just hugging and goes, oh my god, Prissa! Oh, how'd it go? How's everything been?
Everything's been okay. There's been a couple.
She
you know,
turns and goes, who's the hunk?
That's my friend Conrath. He's traveling with our group.
She takes her goggles off and straightens her very oily hair with her fingers that gets knotted and just out and straightens up and goes, Ugda. Goes over and puts her hand out in front of you.
I'll grasp it. Kedaroth. Press a forge.
Thanks, I work here on weekdays.
We'll
Sorry,
stock.
Prissa, I'm sorry, sorry. She goes over. You know Ugda has a fascination with people who are bigger than her. It's not very often she finds
Prissa
a man
notices-
bigger than her.
That's why she was, quiet watching this and just suddenly smiling at this realization.
Hi. Yes.
Well, I mean, I wanted to
Welcome.
stop by because I wanted to see you, and
Aw.
also I got you an early birthday present. And then she'll pull out the 2 ingots, both of them wrapped, because Elon gave me yours, right? Or
Yeah.
Okay, the 2 ingots of primordial fire shell.
She starts ripping it off and looks at them and goes, "What are these?"
It's the shell of a seed of a fire primordial. We met some
What?
albino dwarves that forged things out of it.
Prissa, I can't
the
accept
mountains?
this. Do you know how expensive these are?
Well, I mean, if I knew anyone would have them, I think it'd be my best friend.
I could buy a forge with half of these, half of
And you-
one.
And you could make something really cool with it. Look, I gave the dwarves my short sword, and she shows the short sword and does a little. It's not the flame tongue, but it's the little,
Right. It's a spark tongue. Just. Ooh. That is.
And this was
She takes it over to the forge itself, lies it down, and takes out her hammer, and whoosh, it shatters against it, and the hammer comes back cracked. It goes, oh, this is. I need a new hammer. Tosses it down. All right, that's amazing, Prissa. That is, I can't. I mean, thank you.
well, here. If you can't accept it, do me in return then. Either get yourself your own forge impressive and be famous blacksmith I know you can be, or make something amazing out of it. It's yours.
Can I sell the amazing thing and then buy myself a forge?
I mean, it's yours to do what you want.
Just to put it in perspective, you just handed her something that is the equivalent of like a payload of mithril, raw mithril to her. This is a hugely expensive thing.
Not yeah, and Prissa is okay with giving it to her best friend, who is a
That
smith.
is- you are the best. She reaches down and hugs you again. Oh, that is so good. Oh, I'll see what I can make out of it. Oh.
Let me
So
know
how-
if you need a hand.
I will. I do.
Prissa then just names off the days that Ogda isn't working to Canaroth.
Sunday. The only day of the week she doesn't work is Sundays. Yeah,
And then she-
definitely, yeah, yeah. I'll be get him out of the shop for 2 hours. I gotta clean up.
Okay.
You hear that, Conora?
Sensitive ears, sensitive nose.
Yep, sensitive nose. She is a working class woman. But yeah, the two of you leave out of there, and as she's already trying to figure out how to even cut this stone, fast forward to you running through the halls ahead of Conoroth, hoping to catch there in time, and it's just a little too late.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, and then I hop off Canaroth. It's like, be up, I gotta get to my house, get my book. And then you see Prissa at a full-on sprint. She even cast haste on herself.
Should have cast haste on me.
Just a little bit too late. Just a little bit.
Okay,
You all
I'm
look
here.
at Prissa as she gets stunned in the doorway and then breaks back out.
Hey, you just missed her, Brisa. I'm sorry. Did your friend like the gifts?
Oh, she loved it. I think she also likes Canaroth. Miss Keyleth.
Wait,
she's...
what?
Where's Miss Keyleth?
Conoroth, you leisurely jog to keep up with her.
Well, Keyleth just went through the tree just moments before you got there.
She was pretty in a hurry to finish her wine bottle.
Yes. I do not blame her.
And apparently I'm on the shit list with everyone.
Not with
well,
me.
no, not with us. But for Vox Machina, the Raven Queen sort of took away their companion.
Well, were we successful? Did they talk, and do we have the gift for now to help us?
Alarn holds out his hand with the necklace. Yes.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Though she did not give it to us, she merely loaned it.
Alarn,
I-
can I? And I hold up the actuator.
I suppose. Here you
Also,
go.
we got 2 months until the world's fucked.
Yes, so we should better hurry.
Oh,
Jimmy.
that's not good.
Your first vestige.
Second
Oh,
vestige.
Second vestige to actuate. This is a beautiful glittering emerald that is set in the center of a silver chain that hums with power and possibility as you are just even looking at it. As you start identifying the properties, it seems to have an innate nature to help people become more fortified against different magical effects that may alter them, harm them, chase after them. And it seems to give the individual who wears it the elusiveness of somebody who walks the path of the Changebringer. Somebody who cannot be simply stopped by mundane means. Out of character, while you are tuned to this amulet, you have a +1 bonus to all saving throws and are immune to the grappled condition. And that is the first stage.
All that information. obviously.
However, you can sense that it has limitless possibilities beyond that depth that you cannot identify. Quiet. Can't hear you. No, Jimmy. Couldn't hear Jimmy.
Oh,
A pretty cool necklace, Lauren. It can do all that.
yes, the Changebringer does like the freedom of traveling the roads unimpeded.
See,
If
and
you-
he didn't even wince. I'm looking directly at Canaroff.
And I'm, at this point, looking at Jimmy.
Well,
I will
if
allow you to do it in exchange for 4 bags of holding.
What?
You're not going into that thing's stomach again.
You'll
It is
you'll
better
let me
to
do
have
it?
them than if we did them. In exchange for 4 bags, when you can make them, yes.
Wait, 4 bags of holding? I've only got the.
And the good ones, the ones that don't disappear when you stop focusing on them.
I'm looking at Prissa like.
Chris is giving you that look like, don't look at me.
Well, while you discuss that amongst yourselves, I will go for a little walk. I'll be back in a few hours.
Way ahead.
We have all the treasure. If we, I gotta go to. Maybe they have one at Gilmore's.
Well, if you're
That's-
going go
And at
shopping,
this
wait for me to
point-
come back.
We are going to go ahead and take a break, everyone. And we'll be
So-
back after they sell their loot. Hello, everybody. Sorry it took us a little longer to get this accomplished than usual. Herding cats. That is 99% of what D&D is, herding cats. But anyways, you all went around, sold many of your effects that you did not necessarily need right now, and some of you went traveling. Now, you were all asked to take just a couple of days of downtime for Alarn. He had something to go do, and he'll be right back as quickly as he can. However, in the meantime, everybody else has things they can be doing, which is mostly selling the goods, Prissa tracking down what's happening with the item that she had ordered, which apparently somebody will be here in about a month to swap for the gold that you've already put aside for it. You traded money around, got all that accomplished. Alarin,
Mm-hmm.
you've traveled down this path many different times already, and you travel it once again, making it over to the tiny shrine that you just recently created. Now, you show up, and you do notice that there is a small coffer that somebody had placed there. It is take a penny, give a penny. Some people travel need some, so people often utilize it. There's also a small little box beside it where when you open it up has spare rations in case anybody is hungry when they pass by. A very reasonable thing for people to do at a shrine such as this.
Yeah.
You sit down. Go ahead.
It will place down some extra rations and a spare water skin, and put 5 platinum pieces in the coffer.
Oh,
I heard your calling when I was just a cub. Been traveling half my life. I would never assume I would be part of something so grand as to protect the world. But your guiding winds have kept me safe. And now this. Your precious kiss will aid us in protecting this realm. If you do see me as worthy, I hope I am. I will raise more shrines, both on paths and off beaten paths, as I have done several times already. And continue to spread your name, your guiding winds, and your luck. For freedom of all. And he will just sit and meditate.
Ready. And you are using your favor. From the Changebringer. As you meditate, sitting there, instinct calls you to start humming a very lovely tune to yourself, enjoying the atmosphere, singing along to the winds that very few people seem to hear as clearly as you do. The lovely echoes of grass blades being pushed to the side as it whips through. The quieted flapping of wings of birds that wander through this area. And the constant trotting of woodland creatures that all seem to make up this path that you have walked yet again. And while you're in this deep contemplation and meditation, I need a D100 from you.
Yep. 68.
Couple of hours go by, and as you're sitting there leaning back against your noble steed and companion, you feel a quieted little kiss on your cheek, and before you even turn to look, wind has already moved past you, always as elusive as ever, never being in sight for anybody. You look down at the amulet, and you notice that patches of your fur have shifted into that yellow-greenish emerald color that the gem has. And it is now awakened.
Thank you. I will do my best not to disappoint.
You spend the rest of your time traveling back to get back on the path that you have chosen. Do I need to send you the information of what the Awaken does, or do you already have it?
No, I can look it up in the book.
Fantastic. Now, back in Iman, Prissa, you go to the Lyceum.
Yeah.
By yourself.
Yep. I don't like the way you said that, but yep.
You walk through the halls, and you notice that there's still outside classes transpiring, like the last time you passed through here. Not many people are still inside of the building itself for some reason. And as you approach forward, you see your nutty professor jog up to you. Prissa, hey, how you doing?
Professor Thunderbrand.
Hey, how's it go? Hey, look at you. Are you beefing up a little bit? Get some muscles.
Yeah.
He just shadow boxes at your shoulder.
Yeah, Prissa tries to flex.
Okay. So what brings you back here? Are you successful so far?
We made another step forward. I'm just trying to get some information on some stuff while I'm here.
Don't you ever turn your brain off. He starts escorting you towards the building.
How's everyone doing? Everyone's still doing classes outside, which is nice.
Yeah, some things are happening. We just got word from a very credible individual that we need to be on guard for shit to get real. So, we are currently preparing the dorms for as much safety as we can do.
What's any information what it is?
No. They just told us we need to set all of this up for them, just in case.
I'd like to insight check my professor.
Go for it. You believe what he is saying?
Yeah, he's. Yeah.
But anyways, come on. He pushes past the doors, which you do see a couple of individuals were guarding the front of, and you do see that runic markings are being amplified and set into locations they previously were not. It's being worked on right now. It's some renovations to the Lyceum itself for even more protection. Most of the professors that don't have a class going on right now are the ones putting up the wards that are necessary for all of this as you are moving through. In fact, you see a very pompous elven professor that you are familiar with come over and goes, fantastic. Apparently we have more hands to work with us right now. That is great. Your specialty is illusion magic, correct? You can go with the Veilers up on the shut the fuck up. She's not here for that. Come on, Prissa.
Alright. Well, I mean, if you do need some help around here, I can
He doesn't
lend a
need
hand.
any help. He doesn't need it. He's just an asshole. So, he walks with you over to the library where many of the books have been moved over as they are adding more protection here as well. Alright. What are we researching? I can help you out for a couple hours.
Well, it's like I'm looking.
Yeah?
I want to try to find Ayun, or at least any sort of archive she left behind.
I'm sorry, Prissa, but that's impossible.
I don't think it is.
It's impossible here. We've scoured these libraries for anything that can point us over to her, and she's hidden herself. She's not present right now.
She was one not about hiding knowledge, so it would have to.
But you have to understand, after the calamity, she is weak. She's vulnerable. There's still agents of the betrayers that want her dead.
Well, that's why she has to be clever about it, I think. So it means I need to be clever in finding her, and maybe she had to have left some clues somewhere.
No matter what I tell you, you will not listen.
Well, I mean, after adventuring for a bit, I've grown. I think I've grown a bit of a backbone. I think.
That's good, Prissa. That's good. He pats you on the shoulder. Well, fuck it. I got nothing else to do. You lead the way. I'll help you out. Okay.
Alright.
So, roll your investigation with advantage since you are being helped. I'm going to step away from my keyboard for just a moment.
That's not bad. Not what I wanted, because I wanted something higher, but it's not bad.
Oh.
So, as you are going through the library for a couple of hours, you do have one of the other professors peek their heads in and goes, Thunderbrand, come on. Sorry, Chris, I couldn't help more. I had to get back to work. You take care. Just ruffles your hair a little bit.
You too, Professor?
Leaving you here by yourself as you continue searching through. Now, you start scouring the different books, reading through, researching, trying to connect your very limited knowledge about her that you discovered while in the Shadowfell. You're not having very much luck in finding anything, and you're even starting to become a little bit, well, discouraged about it. As you are moving through the library, you've spent the greater part of 8 hours doing this research already. Would you like to continue?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Give me another investigation check. 16. Once again, you already started lapsing over the books that you felt would be the ones that could tell you what's going on. However, you're having more and more difficulty with it, so you kind of transition and start going back over the books that you've already done, with nothing to help. It has been a total of 16 hours, and you are now very tired. Would you like to continue?
Yeah, she's gonna continue until she passes out.
Alrighty. Roll me another investigation with disadvantage now. You start backtracking through the books even further, trying to find whatever it is you can. Out very much luck, and it's at this point I need a con save from you. You've been up a total of 24 hours. You're asleep. Head in a book as you are very familiar with.
Hey, those things are comfy.
So, everybody else in town during your downtime. Conrath, you've been hooked up on a pseudo date with Olga. Roll me a charisma check. Prissa, how difficult of a woman is Ogda to impress?
Well, I'd say she hasn't had many boyfriends because most of them are intimidated by her, given her stature, as well as she can be a bit tough sometimes. Quick question though, too. I did kind of help him beforehand, as well as her. Would that be with advantage?
No, he's still exhausted.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, that's
Okay.
just yeah. Oh, yeah, ability.
Basically,
check,
she's down to earth and she's looking for someone reliable, kind of thing.
So, you're having a nice time and evening, but nothing comes out of the interaction. Just a nice little enjoying evening and afternoon.
yeah. Okay.
Dorzen, you now know where there is a horse masseur and groomer in town. Although you are not a horse, it still is an amazing experience when somebody knows how to actually groom your back properly. It's like a spa day. Would you like to do that or something else?
Dorzen's gonna take the spa day for this. Yeah, he
Ready.
needs it.
You're going to pay 15 gold for this. However, your hooves are getting shined and readjusted. Your fur is being properly groomed and conditioned around along your bottom half. Your mane is being readjusted as well, as your hair and nails that are being cubicles pushed back and a nice shining gloss put on top of it. Now, Dorzen, you are an incredibly confident individual. So, you don't mind a little bit of nail polish, correct?
Yeah.
Where you
I'm
come
a
from,
pirate, I
everybody
don't care
has
what
it.
people think.
Yeah. So what colors are you going with?
Now I know how this is gonna sound, but I'm gonna go with black solely because that's gonna stay on the longest, dealing with the crap I deal with.
Fair enough.
It's not because I'm a Raven Queen follower.
How about this? Your pinkies get a different color, but the rest are black.
Sure.
Just so you seem a little less edgy. What's the other color?
Let's go with purple.
Okay. A vibrant purple, a sparkling purple.
Royal purple.
Royal purple. Ooh. Good thing that you paid that 15 gold. That is an expensive nail polish.
It's like, what, 2 silver?
No, that's actually a gold each.
What the fuck? Wait, what? Is there gold in the royal purple?
No, purple is the most difficult color to unnaturally replicate. So it is the most valuable in this kingdom.
Okay, sure. We'll go fine.
The reason
So-
why it's known as a royal color.
Thank you. So, while that is happening, Sir Yurik, for your downtime, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm taking the that fire ingot, as I mentioned, to the Temple of Serenray.
Okay.
And I want it to. Well, I'm handing it over to the temple with the instructions or request that it be forged into a shield, and one that I will hopefully wield. And that it be sanctified by the temple, and I'm going to use that that favor in order to have it be extra special.
Alrighty.
Other
So,
than that,
they
I'm,
do accept
spending-
it from you. They will accept. And they will pay for the commission for its construction. However, they do tell you it will take some time. Probably a week, maybe longer, because they're unfamiliar with this metal. You handing it over to them, they have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I'm
Serenray's
telling them
temple
what
is-
it is.
Yeah, that doesn't help them. They're like, it is very nice and expensive. Thank you for telling us, Sir Yurik. Why, yes, we do appreciate your new boots.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Alrighty. That takes you about a couple of hours. Is that all you're doing during the 2 days?
No, the rest I'll be just that first day after that I'll probably just stay at home, relaxing, chilling out for the most part. The second I'd be spending more actively doing good in the community and around the temple.
Very well. Jimmy, you got 2 days with a full workshop at Grayskull Keep.
Let me know that there is a workshop there. Last time they were instructed specifically to keep me away from it.
True, I forgot about that. So yes, is there anything you would like to do, Jimmy, with whatever workshop you can make shift?
There's nothing I need to make. However, I do need to investigate whatever the hell the filling jar is that I have. What type of substance is in it?
Okay. I will also remind you that you have a worker in this town
I have a
Who-
manager, yep.
currently has supplies for you that are waiting for you.
I'm doing that. I'm also, with the manager, going to give him the vial I have of the magic corroding liquid. And I'm giving him specific instructions to keep the vial changed out for this liquid indefinitely until I have time to properly sit down and figure out what it is.
I need to rotate it to a different bottle every few days, week.
Yes, preferably every 3 days. Now the
Yes.
half-life of the erosion probably around a week, but let's be safe, okay? Do you know anything about chemistry? Probably not.
Very bare
never mind.
minimum.
Just I figured. Just keep rotating it out. They're pretty cheap. You can find a container.
Very well. Would you like me to keep the other vials for experimentation?
Yes.
Of course.
Don't try not to throw anything out. And then
By the
lastly,
way, I met an interesting individual.
yeah.
He said his name was Mitch.
Okay. Yeah. I know.
He said
Mitch.
he know. Okay, you do know him.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's a
He wanted
friend.
me to give you this. He hands you over a backpack.
Okay. What do I find inside?
You open it up, and on the inside there appears to be several scrolls that outline some of the things you've been working on in your mind during your long rest, since every single night he has been using his ability to help you work in your sleep. It's all of the outline paperwork that you were not able to write down yourself, as well as a large sum of gold that he promised you if you could hand over that clay that he needed.
Oh yeah, and I do still have that clay, so I'll give that to I had his name here, Raspin is his name. I've actually got that here. So if he stops by, I'll let him know. He'll contact me, and you have it now. That's fine. And then there's something I need you to try to find for me.
Of course, yeah.
It's not going to be easy to find. In fact, there's only one place it really is, but by chance, if there's any in the city, if you could do it, that'd be great. I need a new residuum source, pure residuum, and I kind of lost the one I had previously. Yeah.
You need a battery.
I do.
I mean, I do not believe I am capable of getting you a full battery. However, the materials to get it, although it is fairly expensive, I should be able to find for you instead.
If there is one in the city, which even then might not be the case. I mean, unless they got some from Whitestone, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the residuum itself, I can possibly scrounge up. I know some people, but as for a functioning battery, that I do not believe anyone aside from you is capable of producing. At least in a mod.
It. Yeah, I just need the material. If you can get the residuum, that's great.
About how much residuum is necessary for your battery?
I give him the approximate amount.
Okay, that would be probably about 600 gold.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll give him that amount, and then I'll give him the remaining gold that I have on my person. So I'm banking with him even further.
All right.
That's going.
Do you just want to pay the money that Mitch paid you?
Yeah.
And then done and over with?
Yep.
Cool.
And I'm giving him another 3,000 gold just to throw in my bank.
Fantastic. Now, by the way, I have been taking noted orders and commissions from individuals who are interested in some of the work that you are doing. I have not agreed to any work. However, I'm just letting you know that that is an option for you.
You use my name, right?
I did not.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll have a look at those later.
Of course, he hands you a folder.
Yeah.
It's a pretty thick folder.
This is amazing, Raspin. Thank you.
Thank you. And you look around at the shop that he is now working out of, that he is paying thanks to you.
Yeah. That's all I got. That's all Jimmy wants to do.
So.
Oh, do I know what's in the jar? What's in the jar?
Oh, roll
what
me.
What type of liquid?
Roll me a alchemical test.
What's in the jar?
Intelligence based.
26.
This jar has inside of it a liquid that is unnaturally adhesive. It is something that can bind two objects together if they are held against the liquid for a period of time indefinitely.
With a magical property or a sealing? Okay. Gotcha. All right, cool.
And you know what that is?
Yes.
Okay. You have 3 uses in the jar.
Got it.
So, back to Prissa, since after that first day, you wake up, head against the table, and a few people kind of have to, like, bonk you and move you aside to start working. You look over at your professor, who's seated back down at the table and began reading through many of the books you have. Ah, Prissa, hey, good morning. Didn't want to wake you up. Here's a cup of coffee. Pushes it towards you.
Thanks, Professor. Ooh, that's better. Didn't have any luck.
None yet?
Oh, but
I don't want to be super negative about it, but I don't think anything could be here.
Well, I'm gonna keep trying, but I'm gonna take a break from it, because maybe you take a break and then you come back with a fresh perspective or something. Uh, Hey, Professor, do you know who in Conjuration I can talk to about this scroll I found?
Scroll.
Yes, we were at this very dangerous place and I found this scroll. It's a gate scroll, but I don't know the destination.
Oh, well, give it here. I'll take a look for you. I mean, just because it's not my specialty doesn't mean I don't know a thing or two.
Thanks, Professor.
Yeah, of course. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Prissa.
No, it's alright.
It is a gate scroll. I can agree with you on that. Here you go.
Thank you.
As for somebody else, there is Lyria. Lyria might know something about that. She's more familiar with conjuration. If you would like, you can follow me and I can take you over there.
Sure.
Great,
I mean,
great.
although if you have things you're busy with, I can probably find my own way too. But it's nice to be hanging out.
No problem. I can bring you on with me. Come on. He takes you up and goes, bring your coffee with you.
It's already in my hands.
All right, good. And it is the coffee exactly how you like it. 10 sugars, heavy cream. As he brings you out into the hallway, stepping through the entire area. I'm presuming Prissa has a sweet tooth.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. To anybody else, that is blasphemy in a cup. But to Prissa, it is delicious and energizing. As you move through this large building, making your way through everybody and watching everybody working, he brings you upstairs to one of the chambers where many of the students end up falling asleep while studying. It's a general study hall like room. It's not the library itself, it's just like the common quarters that people like to experiment in, where you do see a familiar professor that you've never had a class with, but you've seen her around here many, many, many times. You walk over and she looks over to you with her blonde hair and the blue strip of hair just dangling in her face, just wipes it back and goes, finally, Thunderbeard. Did you bring someone here to help me out? No, actually, we brought her here to ask you a question. Pushes you forward. Go ahead, Prissa.
Hi, Professor Lyria. Well, when I was out adventuring with my friends, I found this scroll here. It's a gate scroll, but I don't know where it goes to. And I was just wondering if you might be able to help me figure out where it goes.
All right, bring it here. Just fucking hell, it's just... You know, I'm really behind on schedule because somebody keeps skipping out and taking their breaks every time they get. Sorry about it. I have to hang out with my student if she needs help. It's my duty to make sure that she is helped. I took an oath. Yeah, shove it up your oath. Okay. She takes it out and starts looking it over. Since this is her school of magic, alrighty. Well, it is a gate scroll, but it's a bit interesting. It's apparently connected to an individual. Some of the scripts are fiendish in nature. I can't really place my finger on who exactly it may be, but The individual's name is Charles.
Charles. Quick question, Jero. Did I know a Charles?
Roll me a history. What'd you get?
23.
You do not know a Charles. Unfortunately.
I was worried it was someone we met as one of the partially OG players.
No, it's not them. But their name is Charles.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very careful if you use this. Make sure you're in a controlled environment, and whoever you are summoning forth, it's a partial gate that lasts 30 seconds. That's a powerful gate. Usually it just opens up for about a moment. This one stays open for a period of time. I would be very careful about using this, and I may do some research into who this Charles is with fiendish origin before using it as well.
Alright, well, that's why I came to you first, Professor, just to really kind of learn everything I can first before even attempting something like this.
Of course, always the smart thing to do. Hey, if you're free, do you mind helping? Persa, come on, let's go.
Sorry, Professor, we've got things to take care of.
Of course. She's very pissed off. Sorry, I really don't like working with her. She's kind of like good about it. She's very demanding, and she forces me to do certain things that I'm not happy doing. So mean.
No, I get it. It happens sometimes.
Yeah. Well, alright, there's that. I think I actually have to go back to her and start helping, though, so you take care, Prissa. Rubs your head again.
Take care,
and walks
Professor.
away. Yep, see ya.
And now that I'm alone, I do want to take a moment to get a fresh perspective, so I'm going to go visit Zampa.
Okay, I thought you were going to say, now that I'm alone, I use the gate spell.
No, I'm not Jimmy.
Yeah, one way to find out. I sure saw this.
So, you go on over. Who are you going to? Zampa?
Yeah, the kobold. my friend.
Yeah. You find him. He's actually upgraded his cookie cart. He now sells all different kinds of goods, and it's a food cart that he is moving around outside. He's constructed this thing that looks and smells pretty delicious. It's a cylindrical object that is a little bit over 8-9 inches long and sits comfortably between two slices of bread that are somewhat hooked upwards. He refers to it as a wiener dog.
Yeah.
Hey, Rissa, hi, hey.
Hey, Zampa.
Hi.
It looks like you're moving up in the world.
Yeah, I sell wiener dogs. You want a wiener dog?
Yeah, I'll try a wiener dog.
He hands it over to you. Mustard, ketchup, relish?
Yeah.
Onions.
No,
All of it?
no onions.
Chili.
Yes.
Cheese.
Yes. I
Okay.
want to try this.
He takes the dog, he throws it onto a plate, and just starts pouring this thick, heavy chili and this thick, liquidy cheese that's way too unnaturally yellow over top of it. Here you go. Hands it over to you.
Thanks.
Hands you
How's
a
it
fork
taste?
as well. It tastes pretty fucking good, but you have no idea what this wiener dog is.
Zampa, this is really good. What's in this?
Meat.
Fantastic.
Yes. Well, meat paste.
Oh, that's good. It tastes good.
It is.
Any look on your own studies?
Yes, I study how to make meat paste.
You're gonna have to teach me that spell sometime.
It's not spelled. It's you're joking. Yes. I cannot be student right now. They don't want me to be student right now, but they let me keep selling and cooking for people because they get hungry.
Well,
Everyone's
I mean,
very hungry right now.
Yeah, it's because there's some stuff going on.
Fizzy pop. holds up a bottle towards you that is like bubbly liquid inside of it.
You sure he's not an artificer?
He actually
Fuck
is.
it, Prissa's gonna give it a try.
You take one sip of it, and it kind of like bubbles in your mouth and smoothly rolls back in this obnoxiously sweet flavor that tastes a little bit like vanilla. Ah, fizzy
Nice.
pop?
Yeah, this is really good.
Fizzy pop. I make fizzy pop now.
You know, Zamba, you're really talented at this.
Yes. Zampa is smartest kobold ever.
You're the smartest kobold I've met, that's for sure.
Ever.
Ever.
And that's really rude considering there's a kobold that all of you left behind in the Underdark to die. But anyways.
Oh, no, I never met that kobold.
Oh, that was right before you joined the party. That's right.
Yeah, no one here knows what you're talking about, Jero. They're all gone.
Feel so bad for him. Meat
Yeah,
pie.
he's dead now. It's
His name's
been
No,
Meat
no,
Pie.
If I had met that kobold, I would have saved him though, because I like kobolds.
Did
Same here.
Curiosity kill the kobold this time?
Not exactly. But anyways. You take care, Prissa. It's good seeing you. You'll be good.
It's good seeing
Here,
you too.
take another wiener dog. Tell people about wiener dog. I charge silver each. 5 copper for fizzy pop.
Okay, and Prissa will leave some silver and copper for the wiener dog and fizzy pop.
Alrighty. He takes it very gleefully and just tosses it into a jar that's labeled tip. And
Yeah, then
keeps
after
pushing
that,
the cart around.
And after that, Prissa is, refreshed. She has had something to eat. She's gonna try to get back on that study wagon a bit.
Alrighty.
Try to find a different angle to it.
You took a pretty decent break. You have time for 2 more checks. Go ahead. Roll your history check once. Straight. The second one will be disadvantage. 22. 17. No such luck. And at this point, you have to sleep again.
She actually finds her old room this time instead of sleeping in the library, though.
Alrighty. Now, everybody else, you've already went through exactly what you needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
The next day rolls around when all of you know Alarin is supposed to be back. You meet up with Alarin.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Let's say it does happen at Urik's estate.
By the way, during that day too, Prissa would have stopped by Zambar's and brought everyone a wiener dog. Hey everyone.
Hello,
and
Prisa.
I got everyone a wiener dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
And any fizzy pop?
Um,
You can buy them in 6-packs.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, 6-pack. Yeah, she buys a 6-pack of fizzy pop as well.
Yeah. What do
3
you have
silver.
there, Prisa?
It's a wiener dog. It's my friend at the Lyceum owns a food cart and he's kind of making these and it's good.
Sure. I will take one.
Dog?
take a bite and hands the rest to Cole.
And here's a fizzy
For
pop.
assessment.
It's like a vanilla bubbly drink that tastes good.
I'll try that.
Always fun to try new things.
So, Jimmy, you're passing on your...
I don't want to eat dog. No.
Okay, so Sir Yurik, yours is pushed back to you and Cole takes Jimmy's. This is actually pretty good. Wow, what is it?
Meat.
But,
What kind of meat?
Dog. She said.
No, it's not actual dog.
What?
Probably, she says under her breath.
Which
Can I tell?
Dorothy hears.
Yup.
Can I tell if it's dog meat?
Give me a nature check.
No.
The
The
DC
dog
on
man
this
should
is a
be able-
23.
The dog man should be able to tell if it tastes like dog.
Is it cannibalism?
He knows the taste.
Oh, I should. I
Close.
need to remember to cast
So-
guidance on you.
So. The important thing. It is in fact meat. You cannot tell what kind. It's on the tip of your tongue where you can almost taste the certain greasy, fatty meat. It's meat. It is meat. You're positive of that, but you're not sure what kind.
Dorson has proficiency in nature. Can he attempt?
If you want to bite it and try, sure.
Sure, I'm gonna guidance myself.
Good.
Right. Well, thanks for the food.
Now, the fizzy pop is actually delicious. It's bubbly.
Bubbly.
So go ahead, Dorson.
I did click it. I think it's lagging.
24. Roll your d4.
Wait. 28.
It is a mixture of different blends and meats that are of the lowest quality and can be found anywhere. They are pig intestines, liver, lung, all of the cuts of meat that nobody typically would want to buy unless you are at the lowest rung of status. They call it ends meat for a reason. However,
it is
blended. It was blended together beautifully in something that probably liquefied it to the point where you cannot easily discern what type of meat it is anymore. However, it is basic farm animal meats. It's just all of the bits of the animal nobody wants.
It's not dog, Jimmy.
It is a meat paste.
It is
terrible
very
name
well
for it.
blended, but it is not dog.
I want mine then, and I take it.
Cole is like, oh, what? He already took like one bite. It has mustard on it though.
That's fine.
Mustard, and he just throws it in Cole's face.
He whiz.
Yes. So what are we doing? I guess it's been a couple of days. We should probably start focusing on, well, the end of the world and all that.
Well,
Yeah.
going off this roadmap, I got in a trance and a dream that Prissa doesn't believe.
What?
We go talk to the centaurs on the dividing plains, and then we go to a place in the ocean, middle of the ocean.
And I think Canaroth wanted to stop by Westrun on the way, so we can probably manage that.
If
We
to
can
head
stop
to
by
the
a lot
other
of
side.
places along
And
the way.
what exactly are we heading there for? This dividing plains, I mean.
The book that told me this and the jungle had a vestige. They might have something.
Right, but yeah, you don't know exactly what.
This is our only lead. Are you really questioning what that?
Well, I'm just saying we should probably focus on the, the one that we have actual confirmed knowledge of, which is the one in the Underdark, right?
That was an evil one, was it not?
That is really hard to get into.
It's well, I mean, I have a plan, but I'm not prepared for it yet. So I'm thinking we might save that one best for last.
There's a reason I asked that to be them. That's the reason I asked for Vox Machina's help as my reward, to just fuck them over by stealing it.
Which one is in
It's
the
in the
Underdark?
middle of a city full of drow.
And like I said, I wanted to prepare ahead of time because it's a city full of drow
Yeah,
that had Dorzen as a slave previously.
Said it would be easy.
Not
But-
easier. Getting in is easy. Getting out is a pain in the ass.
It usually is.
Well, this. Do you know anything, Dorzen, about the thing in your map, or
Of the what?
the assumed vestige in this dividing plains?
I don't even know if it is a vestige. I'm just going off the fact that the first place we went to in the book had a vestige.
Right.
And this place has centaurs.
Right.
Well,
a
and
map
we could
of
always
yours. Where
head
did you
that
say you got
direction.
it?
Did everyone freeze?
No,
no.
everyone just shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also,
Dorzen,
We also-
where did you say you got this map?
I read it from that book that Prissa hates.
Well, it was badly written.
It gave him a vision. A magical book of sorts. But I say we head towards the dividing plains with the wind of the Changebringer in our backs, and you could borrow the compass, Dorson. It should lead you the way.
That does remind me though, Dorzen. I did give you that one book and stuff. Did you read it through it already? It's the Tusk Love one. I haven't had a chance to, and I was hoping I might be able to go through that in our free time.
I haven't exactly had a minute, an hour to start reading it until we got back here, Prissa. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you want, I could take a little 10 minutes and see what I can find out about this map. Maybe that will also tell us
It's not
what it
a
leads
map,
to.
it's locations, and I had to look it up.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough then.
Can we
Yeah.
not just find the vestiges like the last one that we found?
That is how we found the last one that we found, with his compass.
Yeah,
And his visions from the book.
but I mean, why don't we just test it and see if the compass points that way?
Alright then, channel divinity into the compass.
Okay. It starts spinning wildly. Dorzen, what are you thinking about right now?
Trying
is
to
it
prove
that-
Jimmy wrong.
You're thinking about trying to prove him wrong, but like, what is it that you are seeking right now?
That's a nice philosophical question there. What is
Exactly.
Dorzen? I'm sorry. Dorzen is seeking help. In the plainest of terms, help.
Okay. It spins wildly for a contemplative moment, and then it seems to settle east and shift very slightly down.
We have a heading.
Now you know you have to keep this in your hand the entire time.
Yes, I am aware.
All right. Well, before we leave, I just need to stock up on some, spell components and things like that.
Should we also see if there's any healing potions we should buy?
I already stocked up on all of those for you.
Oh, thank you, Coral.
Oh, Jimmy, were you able to start the process for those bags?
Just
Didn't
to be
really-
clear, what did Call stock up on us for?
I'm just saying that so it's not like you guys have to waste in-game time role-playing purchasing stuff. You told
No.
Cole, hey, go buy these things, and he did.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just yeah.
Expedite.
So 1,500 gold of incense and stuff.
There you go. And whatever potions y'all were going to buy, limit 6 healing potions to greater.
The price of that is...
Each or total?
300, 600, 900 total. No, that's total. All they had available.
Okay.
Which would be 900 gold total for whoever.
So we could each get 900 gold worth of potions.
No, it's 900 total.
Got it.
Yeah. 6 basic, 2 greater. That's it.
I still have mine, so I'm fine.
Cool. We'll worry about that not in-game.
But yeah, what are those? Did you start the process of those bags?
Why? I just have the 2, and that's it right now. They didn't really have any left at Gilmore's.
But you can make them. I saw you.
I can, but they're temporary, and I thought you wanted permanent ones. I can actually make 4 of them. Right now it's difficult.
Then consider it as you owe me that, and I will hold out my arm for him to do his analyze on.
Oh, it's coming out, and Jimmy's smiling and
First off,
jumping up and
phrasing.
down,
Yeah.
coming out.
Oh,
There
by the
it
way,
is.
Canaroth, how was your time with Ogda. She like tries to nudge you. You have fun?
She is interesting. Perhaps if I was not so tired as I was.
So, Jimmy, you identify these wraps, and they are a wondrous, legendary item that is, I believe, more acquainted with him and awoken. Correct, Conorath?
I don't remember if you said they were awoken yet.
Am I the only person without an awoken vestige?
Sorry, Dorzan.
It's called being woke.
Yeah, you're just not woke enough, bro. But anyways, yeah, yours are not awoken. That's correct. They are legendary wraps belonging to an individual by the name of Diamok, who was known for his ability to pummel enemies into the ground using his bare fists. And you know that this item in particular amplifies the physical capabilities of attacks used by the wearer of these individuals, but only the direct attacks they have from themselves to another individual. Yeah. They also invigorate and protect the wearer for a small amount, based off of some prowess that they hold to themselves.
Can I get just an idea if the creation of them was divine or arcane?
It was arcane in nature.
Thank you.
A lot
And this
more
is the
easier to
first
replicate.
one that has been arcane.
Yeah. You might actually be able to replicate that.
These are amazing, Kenora. You have no idea. This is so different. And he's just writing away. And that's it.
Well, I suppose I should say, Jimmy, if you want to have another look at the amulet, I believe something has given it a spark.
Weird. It looks the same, but I take out my magic fly and let it go over, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting a different resonance from it.
Correct.
All right, boom. Number 2, back onto the kiss.
Alrighty. It is much more potent than last time that you awoke in this. Or last time that you incited into it. Though it is still mystical and magical in nature. Not arcana. It is still religious. Divine. Sorry. It seems to make the individual even more elusive for people to catch onto. It seems to stop people from being held down by obstacles that would stop them from crossing their paths. And it even allows them to shift between this path, the mystical realm, and other ones further away.
True. Not physically or anything, but what did you do? Did you change it?
Well, in a sense, but it was more a blessing of the Changebringer.
See, Dorzan, this is the same with the hammer. It's much more powerful, but for whatever reason, it's not working as it should. It's the same with yours. And I'm looking at Cameron.
Dorzan, in your mind, I am highly offended by him saying I do not work hard enough.
There, he's just being an idiot.
Tire of that short individual.
Well, maybe next time we can have him make something and we can just smash in front of him.
Are you talking to the hammer, Dorzan?
Yes, and he is very upset at Jimmy.
He wants to see power. I'll show him power. Jimmy
I-
may have
oh,
just
I have
started
a
the
second
path to
thought that you-
awakening it.
half a second believing that you were going to do that, but no.
Yeah, it awakened in its anger.
That would have been amazing, though.
You said what? That bitch is not more powerful than me.
It just powers up like Dragon Ball Z.
Wait till Pyromoth finds out that Jimmy's trying to replicate him.
Oh yeah, that'll be bad.
That'll piss him off to awaken.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Oh, hey, Dorzen, look at this little crafting hammer I made. It's just like Pyromal. What?
I suppose you could always use it for some carpentry and things like that.
I am meant to carve mountains and metal, not wood.
Metal you want? We know a great forge for you.
But anyways.
To be fair, Ogda would probably get along better with Pyromal.
Oh, absolutely. She and Pyromal would get along perfectly. But anyways, as all of you are just now deciding on what it is you're going to be doing with the next stretch of your adventure, I think this is where we're going to call it for the evening. Nice fun little session today, everybody. Got yourselves your third vestige. Congratulations. Well,
Yay.
players, thank you for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Everybody who showed up today, really do appreciate it. Be sure to tune in again next week when we will be back as well. So, see you around, everybody.
Woohoo.